call this meeting of the Upshur County Commission to order. We'll have a moment of silent meditation and prayer, followed by the pledge of allegiance and approval of minutes.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, Judge, if you'll read the minutes of our August 11, 2016 meeting.
County Commission of Upshur County, West Virginia held their regular meeting at the Courthouse Annex on Thursday, August 11, 2016 at 9 a.m. Terry Cartwright called the meeting to order. Present were Terry Cartwright, Commissioner, J.C. Rapley, Commissioner, Troy A. Brady, Commissioner, Kerry Wallace, County Administrator, and Tabitha Perry, Assistant County Administrator, and Tony Newman as Secretary. The meeting began with a moment of silence, meditation, and prayer following the Pledge of Allegiance. All motions passed unanimously unless otherwise noted. After discussion on motion by Troy A. Brady, second by J.C. Rapley, the Commission approved the regular meeting minutes of August 4, 2016 with typographical corrections. Dr. Joseph Reed appeared before the Commission to promote a proposed green beans snapping day to benefit the Upshur County Cooperative Parish House. Dr. Reed hoped to make this an annual event and gave green beans to the commissioners to snap before being donated. The green beans were provided by the farmers market. After discussion on motion by J.C. Rafferty, seconded by Troy A. Brady, the Commission approved and authorized the signing of the approval of the number of election officials and election commissioners for the November 8, 2016 general election, copy included. After discussion on motion by Troy A. Brady, seconded by J.C. Rafferty, the Commission authorized the signing of approval of the number of set of emergency absentee voting commissioners for the November 8, 2016 general election. After discussion on motion by J.C. Rafferty, seconded by Troy A. Brady, the Commission approved and authorized the signing of the election records as board by canvass and recount minutes for the May 10, 2016 primary election. After discussion on motion by Troy A. Brady, seconded by J.C. Rafferty, the Commission approved and authorized the President to sign the DEA Drug Enforcement Agency compliance form for the Lewis Upshur Animal Control Facility. The questionnaire provides the vendor with the necessary data to help satisfy the DEA requirement and will assist in maintaining compliance for the controlled substance purposes. After discussion on motion by J.C. Rafferty, seconded by Troy A. Brady, the Commission approved the employment status change of Michael E. Dean from seasonal part-time employee to permanent part-time employee at the current rate of $9 per hour effective August 21st, 2016. As requested by Greg Harris, Maintenance Director, Mr. Dean will work up to 29.5 hours per week and be eligible to participate in the West Virginia Public Employee Retirement System. However, he will not be eligible for any employment benefits. After discussion on the motion made by J.C. Rafferty, seconded by Troy A. Brady, the Commission approved the employment change of Kimbra Wakram from part-time to full-time E911 telecommunications effective September 1st, 2016 as requested by Steve Linger, E911 Communications Center Director. Terry Cartwright reviewed the following for your information items. Number 1, the Lewis County Commission public auction announcement for August 19, 2016. Number 2, correspondence from NISCO Incorporated providing the notice of blasting activities that will take place from August 22, 2016 through August 23rd, 2017 in the Meade District of Upshur County. Number 3, letter of support for Model Senior Living Community. Number 4, Upshur County Children's Festival, September 17, 2016. Lewis Upshur Animal Control Facility CAT report, July 20, 2016. Animal Control Officer's Drug Report 2016. The agenda and/or notices of meetings as listed. The meeting minutes as listed. The meeting as listed. Appointments needed of upcoming as listed. Tabled items as listed. Seth Blake, Pool Director, appeared before the commission and provided an end of the season report. Mr. Blake reported that the season was successful with no major safety incidents. Mr. Blake proposed $120,000 levy to provide the funding for upgrades and renovations to the pool. The commission stressed the need for transparency to the community about the cost and use of funds. At 9:45 on motion by J.C. Rafferty, seconded by Troy A. Brady, the commission entered executive session for West Virginia Code 6-9A-4 to discuss E911 Communications Center Management Matrix. Present were Terry Cartwright, J.C. Rafferty, Troy A. Brady, Gary Wallace, Douglas Perry, and Doyle Cartwright. The commission returned to open session at 10:20 a.m. No decisions were made in the executive session. After discussion on motion by J.C. Rafferty, seconded by Troy A. Brady, the commission approved internal advertisement for the E911 Assistant to Director position with the application to be reviewed on August 22, 2016 and interviewed on August 23, 2016. At 10:23 a.m. on motion by J.C. Rafferty, seconded by Troy A. Brady, the commission entered executive session per West Virginia Code 6-9A-4 to discuss potential property acquisitions for the relocation of the 17th Family Court Circuit in an effort to accommodate the addition of judge to the 26th Judicial Circuit Court. Present were Terry Cartwright, J.C. Rafferty, Troy A. Brady, Gary Wallace, and Tabitha Perry. The commission returned to open session at 10:28 a.m. No decisions were made in executive session. The commission approved all invoices for payments. The commission approved all vacation orders. The commission approved the following settlements as listed. The commission approved the following exonerations and/or refunds as listed. The commission reviewed agenda items for future meetings, received project updates, and discussed administrative business items. With no further business on motion by Troy A. Brady and seconded by J.C. Rafferty, the commission meeting adjourned at 11:42 a.m.
You've heard the reading of the minutes of our August 11, 2016 meeting. Are there any additions or corrections? Not, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
It's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Ayes have it, so ordered. This time I'm going to move over to items for discussion, action, or approval, and I'm going to take care of number 1 first. Number 1, approval of E911 assistant to the director job description. Do I have a motion to approve that?
So moved. Second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Ayes have it, so ordered. Okay, at 9:15, we have meeting discussion and selection of E911 Communication Center Supervisor and Assistant to the Director. Item may lead to executive session per West Virginia Code 6-9A-4. At 9:30, we have an appointment discussion regarding optional hours of the public restrooms in the Chancery Street alley. At 9:45, potential property acquisition for the relocation of the 17th Family Court Circuit in an effort to accommodate the addition of a judge to the 26th Judicial Circuit Court. Item may lead to executive session per West Virginia Code 6-9A-4. 10:15, Jeff Smell, owner of Country Roads Leasing, LLC, and representatives of the Mount Hope Water Association. Discussion regarding financing a truck for the Mount Hope Water Association using tax-exempt funds through a master lease and sublease purchase agreement. 1 o'clock, we have supervisors meeting. 2 o'clock, we have policy board meeting. And 3 o'clock, review and discuss procedures to dispatch record service, most recently amended on June 18, 2015. Moving on to items for discussion, action, and approval. Number 2, correspondence from Software Systems Incorporated regarding changes in maintenance contract amounts, review and approval of 2016-2017 levels of maintenance. This maintenance includes program updates, telephone support, and time spent performing data conversions and other on-site tasks depending upon which level is requested for each system. Number 3, review. Does that need an approval?
Yes,
Yes.
there needs to be a motion to authorize your signature.
I'll make motion to approve the entering into that contract for the 2016-2017 fiscal year.
I'll second.
Been moved to second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Ayes have it, so ordered. Item 3, review and approval of Everbridge renewal quote, 2 options. 1, the recurring amount of $2,935.50 per year for a period of 3-year contract, or option 2, the amount of $3,000 for a 1-year renewal. This service is for the limited capacity free public notification system referred to as Nexel 360. Upon approval, the contract start date would be November 23rd, 2016. Let's look at the options.
Commissioner Cartwright, based on feedback that we received regarding the aerials a few months ago, we're concerned about entering into the 3-year contract without the provision being added stating this agreement is for fiscal years 2017, 18, and 19, Nixle 360 annual subscription. Pursuant to West Virginia Code 11-8-26, the Commission reserves the right to terminate this contract within 30 days of laying the levy for the aforementioned fiscal years if funds are not appropriated for the project. The Commission shall provide such notice of termination in writing to the vendor.
That protects us in the event of a shortfall from the budget.
Yes, so it's recommended that you enter the 3-year contract since there would be a savings, but it's recommended that there
Yeah,
be
just like we do
a
in the
motion to authorize your signature as long as Everbridge provides a new contract with this provision, and that way this will not need to be on a future agenda.
And this deals with the Office of Emergency Management notification for public. I think that they use a reverse telephone methodology. I would move that we authorize the item option number 2 with the stipulation that Everbridge add an addendum to the existing proposal, which protects the county from potential future problems economic-wise. So we can withdraw from the contract in the event we do not have funding available for that 3-year period.
So you said option 2, so you're saying option 1, the 3-year contract?
Yes.
With the
Option 2 is a 3-year.
Option 2. You
2 is
just
a
want to do it
3-year.
in 1 year.
Yeah, option 2 is a 3-year contract.
Option 1 is the.
Option 1, I'm sorry.
He's for the option 2 and I'm 2.
I misread that.
Okay, do you want the 3-year contract or the 1-year?
It's a 3-year contract if we have the ability to withdraw in the event of a
If you don't have the ability to withdraw, then I'll
Yeah,
1 year.
Okay.
so that's the provision, so I make that motion.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Ayes have it, so ordered. Item 4, correspondence from David H. Kaufman, Sheriff of Upshur County, requesting a certified order in regards to the estate of Madeline Thomas, to release funds from oil and gas royalties being held by Mountain View Oil and Gas Incorporated in order to satisfy claims against the estate. Upon approval, Daya Mesdaya Wright will prepare the order. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Ayes have it, so ordered. It's 9:15 now. We have a discussion and selection of E911 Communications Center Supervisor and Assistant to the Director. Item may lead to executive session per West Virginia Code 6-9A-4. Do I have a motion to move into executive session?
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. We move into the executive session. All in favor, signify by saying aye. Opposed, no. Ayes have it, so ordered. Now, exiting executive session, no decisions were made. Call this meeting back to order. On item 9:15, discussion selection of E911 Communications Center Supervisors and Assistant to the Director. Tabitha, do you have a report you'd like to make?
Yes, there were 3 applicants for the E911 supervisor position that applied at one time. All 3 people were interviewed. The interview committee consisted of Commissioner J.C. Rafferty, County Administrator Carrie Wallace, and Director in Training Doyle Cutright. All interviewees ranked highly. After last week's meeting, the commission decided to advertise for an assistant to the director position. By going with this model, there will now be 1 director, the assistant to the director, and 12 telecommunicators. So that eliminated 1 full-time telecommunicator position and 2 part-time positions. No employees were terminated. These were just vacancies that would not need to be filled. There will be 3 full-time positions to hire to fill due to resignations. By going with this model, there will be a minimum savings of approximately $54,000 and a maximum savings of $84,000. It depends on the insurance coverage the individuals who fill the vacancies choose. So based on the rankings given by the interview committee, which everyone was asked questions and then ranked on a point system. Kimber Wacko was the only applicant for the assistant to the director position, and the interview committee recommends that Kimber Wacko be appointed to the assistant to the director position and receive a $1 an hour pay increase, which would take her to $15.44 per hour. The interview committee also would like to recommend Stephanie Jack and Roxanne Winters to fill the E911 supervisor positions, both receiving a $1 per hour raise, which would put Stephanie Jack at making $12 per hour and Roxanne Winters at $16.29 per hour.
That's consistent with what we've done in the past when people have received supervisory appointments. We've raised their hourly wages $1 per hour.
Correct. And the effective dates of the promotions, if you would approve these recommendations, the supervisors and the assistant to the director positions would be effective on Sunday, September 4th.
Now, that 54,000, 84,000 savings, that was an annual savings, right?
Yes.
Yes. All right. I'll entertain the motion.
So moved.
Second.
There's Kimber Walker as the assistant director and the other 2 as supervisor.
Yes.
Assistant to the director.
Okay. It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Ayes have it, so ordered.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Doyle. We have an appointment at 9:30, and till then, we'll go on through the agenda. Item 5, approval and signature of order and notice of election for an additional county commission levy for payment of cost to operate the Buchanan Upshur Parks and Recreation Complex, consisting of payroll and related expenses of pool staff, materials and equipment for maintenance and upkeep of the facility, supplies and utilities. That would be on November 8th, 2016's election. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Ayes have it. Item 6, approval and signature of the grant offer for Airport Improvement Project, Program Project number 3-54-0039-030, 2016 at the Upshur County Regional Airport in Buchanan, West Virginia. The project consists of removing obstructions, acquire land, one parcel, 3.67 acres, and remove obstructions, tree removal. The Federal Aviation Administration for and on behalf of the United States offers and agrees to pay 90% of the allowable cost, with the maximum obligation amount payable being $85,463. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Ayes have it. 7, correspondence from J. Edward McDaniels, pastor of Christian Fellowship Church, requesting the use of the courthouse plaza on Sunday, September the 11th, 2016, from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. for a special service to honor veterans, the police force, fire departments, and all other service personnel. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Ayes have it, so ordered. Item 8, correspondence from Joe Malcolm requesting reappointment to the Upshur County Fire Board. Upon approval, his term would be for the additional 3 years to expire on June 30th, 2019. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Ayes have it. Item 9, correspondence from Lacey Herbert, E911 telecommunicator, announcing her resignation effective September 3rd, 2016. Item may lead to executive session for West Virginia Code 6-9A-4. Do we need to move into executive session, or is there a motion?
I've got a motion to accept.
Beg your pardon?
I've got a motion to accept her resignation.
Yeah, I don't think we have to go into executive
No,
session.
not for that.
I request, is she going to make a volunteer, or would she do an exit interview? Would we arrange such?
If she wants to do one, we should ask
She
her.
requests one.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think, I'll second the motion.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Ayes have it, so ordered. Item 10, approval and advertisement for full-time E911 telecommunicator dispatch position. Starting rate pay is $11 per hour. Applications will be received until the positions are filled. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Ayes have it, so ordered. Item 11, approval of Lewis Upshur Animal Control Facility volunteer Ashley Shin. Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Ayes have it, so ordered. It's 9:30. We have a discussion regarding operational hours of the public restrooms in the Chancery Street alley. The lights have been put up, 2 cameras are put up, we have one camera left to put up. My recommendation would be, as soon as we get the 3rd camera put up, we open them for the 24 hours, 7 days a week.
I would make that motion.
I would second that.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
And if we end up with another problem like we had, then
We'll address it.
we'll address that when we come up with it.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Uh,
Ayes, opposed, no. Ayes have it, so ordered.
Maybe we'll have it running trouble.
At 9:45, we have a meeting. We'll go on to the rest of the agenda until then. For your information, certain items may require discussion, action, and/or approval by the commission. Item 1, correspondence from Doug Blackwell, president of Deep Well Energy Services, LLC, providing notice of a workforce reduction affecting 177 traffic control flaggers working out of the Buchanan facility. I have something I'd like to say on that. Yesterday, I was thinking about that, and I had Tabitha to call Deep Well Services, and she got a response here that it does affect 177 employees. And I was interested in how many of them had Upshur County addresses. He replied, maybe 15 of those individuals have Upshur County addresses. Their target area was Doddridge, Ritchie, and Tyler counties because workers would have a 2-hour drive to get to the job locations if they didn't hire out all those counties. He said that the most of the Upshur County employees will not be affected because they work in other departments such as heavy haul and construction. So we're talking about a minimum. Anytime anybody loses a job, it's terrible, but it's not 177 employees from Upshur County. And I just wanted to make that clear. Item 2, the Rotary Club of Buchanan Fall Blood Screening Flyer is in the agenda. It's April 8th and 15th at 6:30 a.m. until 10 a.m. 3, USDA Rural Energy for American Program Grant Info Season Flyer. 4, Buchanan Upshur Chamber of Commerce newsletter, August 15, 2016. 5, Federal Energy Regulatory Commission, Office of the Energy Projects, project update for the Atlantic Coast Pipeline and Supply Header Project, docket numbers CP 15-554-000, docket CP 15-555-000, and docket CP 15-554-001, August 2016. 6, Lewis Upshur Animal Control Facility, adoption financial transactions, July 2016. 7, Upshur County mileage report, July 2016. 8, Upshur County E911 communications reports, July 2016. 9, agendas and/or notices of meetings. 10, meeting minutes. 11, meetings. 12, appointments needing or upcoming. Tabled items. We have one tabled item. It's correspondence from Robin Keogh requesting a revision of the Lewis Upshur Animal Control Facility Volunteer Program. Next regular meeting of the Upshur County Commission, September 1, 2016 at 9 a.m. Upshur County Courthouse Annex. I guess now we'll pay some bills. Till 9:45. 9:45. We have potential property acquisition for the relocation of the 17th Family Court Circuit in an effort to accommodate the addition of a judge to the 26th Judicial Circuit Court. Item may lead to executive session, West Virginia Code 6-9A-4. Do I have a motion to move into executive session?
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded. We'll move into executive session. Exiting executive session and no decision.
Next meeting at 10:30?
Yes, all right.
10:15, 10:30.
Our next meeting is at 10:15 with Jeff Smell, owner of Country Roads Leasing LLC. Till then, we'll pay some more bills. It's 10:15. We now have an appointment with Jeff Smell, owner of Country Roads Leasing LLC, and representatives of the Mount Hope Water Association. Discussion regarding financing a truck for the Mount Hope Water Association using tax exempt funds through a master lease and sublease purchase agreement.
Right, you said it all. You said everything I was gonna say.
Good morning.
We even read a copy of the lease.
I sent that in, just, so you have.
You step right through the podium, that way he can film.
You know, I'll be on 12 left, so you're good luck.
Yes, thank you. My name is Jeff Smell, I'm the owner of Country Roads Leasing. Country Roads Leasing provides municipal equipment financing for government agencies, political subdivisions, and nonprofit organizations such as the Mount Hope Water Association. We're an endorsed partner with the County Commissioners Association of West Virginia, and we assist counties in acquiring mostly sheriff's vehicles and equipment that they need. Donnie approached me a few weeks ago about their need of a new truck for the Mount Hope Water Association, and we began some conversations about how to get that financed for him. Since they're not a political subdivision of the state, they are a nonprofit organization, and we can still assist through conduit financing using a government agency such as the Upshur County Commission.
Pass through.
Pass-through, yeah. So I told Donnie there might be some opportunity to get a lower rate than what you might get as a commercial rate if we use this structure. And so we're here today to approach you and see if you'd be willing to act as the lessee in the agreement and enter into a sublease agreement with the Mount Hope Water Association with the knowledge that the county commission is not liable for any payments, holding the insurance certificate or any maintenance on the vehicle. That would fall solely to the association as sublessee in the agreement. They're looking at a 2016 Ford pickup truck to replace an older Ford Ranger that's about on its last leg.
How long is that lease for, Donnie?
Well, it'll probably be a 6-year lease, and that's what we're kind of looking at. Keep the payments, you know, in an affordable level.
The association's approved a dollar figure somewhere around $500 a month, and we've been able to work out some terms and some interest rates with some local banks in order to fit that $500 a month payment.
Even though we're just going to be a pass-through, Donnie, could the Red Mountain Water Association, could they, or Mount Hope, could they give us a copy of their last financial statement? And maybe the and the last audit you had, just so we can put it on file.
Yeah, sure, that's no problem.
Yeah.
That's no problem. We'll get a copy of the audit, the approved audit report.
Yeah. Do I have a motion to approve?
That being said, I would make a motion to approve pending receipt of the documentation that was discussed.
Would you like to have legal counsel review over the sublease agreement prior to making a decision?
Also, if I might add, public hearing notice will need to be posted in a local newspaper, which I'll draft that and submit that to the paper. What I'd like to do is hold a public hearing during one of your regular scheduled meetings, allow the public to come in and have some transparency on the project as we're going through it. There will be a resolution that the county would have to consider, along with the resolution from the association entering into that agreement, authorizing the president to execute the documents.
Then in the meantime, we could have some legal counsel look over the agreement. Do we have a copy of it now? Yeah, okay.
Draft form.
And who will be paying for the advertisements in the paper?
Okay.
Trying to help you, Donnie, but gotta sign it.
Well, you gotta go through the process.
Yeah.
Transparency, that's what we all look forward to.
Okay, so
Sounds good.
is that what we need? Rodney, before you shut that off, I'd like to recognize Rob Hinton and congratulate him and the Development Authority for their grant they received and were approved for. It's just a little shy of $2.3 million for the Innovation Center. I think that was quite an accomplishment. And a lot of people work really hard at it, especially Rob. Thank you.
So Commissioner Rafferty, did you make a motion to move
I'll
forward?
throw a motion and have they ready.
We do second.
Yeah, I'll do a second on that.
Been moved second. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Ayes have it, so ordered.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
We'll see you again.